Okay, let's unpack this. Picture your customer service team. Now, picture them dealing with calls about your transactional mail, you know, bills, statements, those critical notices.
Yeah, things like where's the due date? Why is my balance different? How do I actually pay this thing?
Exactly. It's the everyday reality for so many organizations, and it's frustrating, costly, and, well, often completely avoidable.
Absolutely. Transactional mail is arguably one of the most frequent interactions a customer has with your organization.
Right.
Yet it often generates a significant volume of preventable calls just because the customer can't easily find or understand the information they need.
Which is exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at insights from an ebook called Reducing Call Center Volume with Clearer Transactional Mail.
Yeah, and our mission here is really to extract the most important nuggets from this source. We want to show you, our listener who deals with transactional mail, how a more strategic approach, how thoughtful design and delivery can fundamentally change that equation.
Empowering customers instead of confusing them.
Precisely.
And the source makes it pretty clear. Executing these strategies often needs significant capability underneath it all. It highlights how organizations partner with specialists in transactional print and mail. Right, like Wolverine Solutions Group, which gets mentioned specifically.
Yeah, the ebook notes their deep industry expertise, their tech infrastructure, things like data-driven formatting, variable content, piece-level tracking, all key enablers for creating these clearer, more dynamic communications.
It's more than just outsourcing printing, isn't it? It's leveraging a partner's tech and expertise to actually enhance the document itself.
So where does the ebook start? It lays out the core problem, calls it the hidden cost of confusing mail.
Right. And the fundamental issue is that transactional mail has historically been designed mostly for compliance.
Yeah.
Meet the legal requirements first.
And customer comprehension, usability, that often takes a backseat.
Exactly. It becomes secondary.
And the direct impact. All those calls flooding the call center, dealing with basic questions about due dates, amounts, instructions, stuff that should be, well, obvious from the mail piece itself.
Precisely. And the financial hit is substantial. The source cites figures saying call centers spend, on average, somewhere between $3 to $12 for each inbound call.
Wow. Per call.
Yeah, think about a company handling tens of thousands of calls a month, even a, say, 10% reduction in those preventable calls. That can translate into annual savings in the tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And that's just the direct cost.
Right. It also ties up agents who can be handling more complex issues, hits operational efficiency.
$3 to $12 per call just to answer questions the document could have answered. That's a powerful reason to get the mail right. What's the root cause, according to the ebook?
Often it's legacy systems and templates. Documents designed years ago, maybe decades ago, still chugging along.
Cluttered, complex.
Full of industry jargon, important details buried in the fine print. The design isn't intuitive. It actually works against quick understanding.
Which leads to the ebook's central idea. A strategic, customer-focused redesign isn't just an operational task, it's a real business lever.
Right. It can significantly cut call volume by designing documents that are clear enough for customers to understand and act on without needing, to call someone.
Transforming these pieces from static notices into, well, effective self-service tools.
Exactly that.
Okay, the ebook outlines several strategies. Let's start with what feels like the big one, moving from just compliance to designing for actual understanding.
Yeah, that's foundational. The core principle here is admitting that just ticking the legal boxes isn't enough. The main goal has to be ensuring the recipient can easily get the information and know what to do.
And they suggest specific design techniques for that.
Lots of them. Using strong visual hierarchy is key. Making the critical info amount, due date, account number visually dominant.
Oh, bigger fonts, bolding.
Yeah, larger fonts, bold text, maybe using color blocking. It's about guiding the eye immediately to what matters most, putting the big numbers and date right up top.
Makes sense.
Also, using white space effectively, balancing the layout so the page doesn't feel crammed, and, importantly, using plain language.
Getting rid of the jargon.
Absolutely. Swap remittance for payment, things like that. Simple, everyday words.
Consistent formatting across different mailings seems important too, so people know what to expect.
Definitely. Predictability builds trust and speeds things up. Plus,
using visual cues like callouts or simple icons to flag new info or prompt action.
And the ebook mentions how specialists like Wolverine Solutions Group apply these during development.
Yes, they use variable data and business logic, for example, to dynamically format elements based on the customer's status or account type. Ensures consistency and clarity. And their proofing and testing processes are designed to catch confusion before mail goes out.
So it's not just about making it look nice, it's leveraging tech to make the design smart and dynamic based on who's getting it.
Precisely. Functional design, powered by data and technology.
Okay, building on that, the ebook talks about the power of personalization. And this isn't just slapping Dear Customer name on it, right?
No, it's much more strategic than that. It's about delivering information that's contextually relevant to that specific person at that specific time. It sort of anticipates their potential questions.
And gives the answer right there.
Ideally, yes.
Can you give some examples from the source?
Sure. Think about a healthcare statement. Maybe it automatically includes a note about the patient's remaining deductible for the year, or lists the specific date of the visit the charges relate to.
Ah, okay.
Or a utility bill that explains, hey, your usage is higher this month, likely due to that heat wave last week. These are details that stop someone calling to ask for that context.
That seems like it needs some pretty sophisticated data handling behind the scenes.
It does. And the source highlights how companies like Wolverine enable this through robust data processing and APIs. This allows for dynamic, rules-based personalization.
Rules-based personalization. What does that look like, practically?
The ebook gives good examples. Say a customer missed a payment. Their next statement could have a clear, maybe bold, alert, and a visual reminder.
Okay.
Or a senior customer, or someone visually impaired, could automatically get their statement in large print without needing to ask. A new customer might get a special onboarding summary explaining their first bill line by line.
So it's triggered by their situation.
Exactly. Targeted messages. It feels like the mail piece is acknowledging their specific reality, builds trust, and, well, drastically simplifies understanding the document.
And the ebook notes that specialists like Wolverine can generate millions of these personalized docs scalably.
Yeah, often via API integrations using predefined rules. Makes it feasible on a large scale.
Okay, beyond personalization, the ebook really hammers on simplifying the layout, especially given, our short attention spans.
Absolutely. The source points out people often glance at mail for less than 10 seconds initially. That layout has to work in that tiny window.
It's not about less content necessarily.
No, it's about organizing it better for instant usability.
What layout techniques do they recommend?
A top-down hierarchy is crucial. Put the most vital info amount, due, date, account number right at the top, often in a clear summary box.
Front and center.
Yep. And following a left-to-right flow within sections, putting key details where the eye naturally falls first. Keeping things grouped consistently is also essential.
So charges are always here, payment info always there.
Exactly. Consistent sectioning. Using visual anchors helps too. Icons, clear headings, dividing lines, color blocks to guide the eye, and separate content areas. And they advise limiting fine print or moving disclaimers to a separate section so they don't clutter the main flow.
And the ebook talks about how specialists help optimize this.
Yes, companies like Wolverine evaluate layouts, develop mock-ups, maybe even do user testing to see how real people interact with designs. They use flexible templates and automated content controls to apply these simplified layouts consistently, but also tailor them dynamically.
So it's an ongoing refinement, not just a one-off design job.
Exactly. Using data and testing to make sure the structure is truly intuitive.
Moving on, strategy 4. Preventing questions with proactive messaging. This seems to directly tackle the source of many calls.
It really does. It positions the mail piece as a proactive tool. Instead of just stating facts, it anticipates likely questions based on what's presented and answers them right there.
Can you give some examples of these proactive messages?
Sure. Clarifying unusual choices in line, like adding one-time installation fee next to a line item.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or anticipating seasonal changes in utility bills with a brief note about weather impacts. Explaining next steps if there's something pending, like insurance claim pending, no payment due on this amount yet. Or even just encouraging self-service by clearly mentioning the online portal and its benefits.
These are those little notes that save someone picking up the phone to ask, what is this?
Precisely. And the ebook explains that specialists like Wolverine help identify those common call drivers, often by looking at call logs and feedback. Then they strategically embed targeted messages.
And these messages can be dynamic, put in based on account conditions.
Yes, that's key. They can be static, sure, but the real power comes when they're dynamically inserted, using advanced print workflows and business rules engines. The system knows when to include the weather impact note or the pending claim message for specific people.
Wow. So you don't need hundreds of templates.
Exactly. The ebook attributes this capability to their robust composition platforms. It allows for highly targeted, relevant messaging at scale, anticipating confusion before it starts.
That flows nicely into Strategy 5. Streamlining payment instructions, I bet this is a huge call driver.
Oh, massive. Customers call when they're unsure how to pay, where to send it, what methods work, or simply what amount is actually due right now, especially with past balances or adjustments involved.
And confusion here doesn't just mean calls, it means late payments too, right?
Definitely. Delayed or incorrect payments. So the goal is to make paying, well, foolproof.
What principles do they suggest?
Listing all accepted methods clearly, maybe using simple icons, credit cards, bank transfers, mail, giving step-by-step instructions, especially for mailing a check or using a portal for the first time.
Including a barcode or coupon.
Yes, a scannable barcode or a traditional payment coupon, ideally pre-filled with the amount due and account info, prominently displaying links or callouts to online payment portals. And this is crucial, making sure the due date, amount due, and any late fees are displayed right next to the payment instructions. Don't make people hunt for it.
The ebook details how companies like Wolverine help with this part.
Yeah, they ensure these critical payment elements are strategically designed and placed. They can dynamically embed QR codes or barcodes, linking directly to the customer's specific payment page, generate coupons that reflect adjustments or partial payments accurately.
That's smart.
They can even use rules to suppress mail-in instructions for autopay customers or add bold, urgent messaging for past due accounts. And their API integrations help with things like automated payment confirmations and syncing with digital systems in real time.
So the print piece doesn't just tell you how to pay, it often gives you the tool or the direct link to do it.
Right. It connects the physical mail to the broader payment process.
Okay, Strategy 6 is all about using visual elements to enhance comprehension. This gets into the design details.
Right. It's not just about looking pretty, it's how strategic use of color, typography, spacing directly impacts understanding and therefore reduces calls.
How does color help, for example? Sparingly, I assume.
Yes, sparingly and strategically. Red might signal urgency, like past due. Green could show a zero balance. Blues or grays can work as subtle dividers. The ebook warns against overdoing it, which just adds clutter.
And fonts, size and style matter.
Hugely. A clear hierarchy. Distinct headings, readable body text, making key figures like the due date and amount large and bold so they pop out. Using consistent alignment and grids, clean columns and rows are way easier to scan.
Like using boxes or lines to group related things.
Exactly. Boxes, outlines, maybe subtle background shading to group-related content, current charges, past activity, payment history makes it digestible. And simple icons can be quick navigation cues, a calendar for dates, a phone for contact info.
And the source mentions specialists incorporate these standards based on experience.
Yes, companies like Wolverine build these into templates, drawing on experience and testing. And they stress supporting accessibility to large print options, ADA-compliant design.
So the visual layout becomes a functional tool for the reader.
Absolutely. Guiding the eye, highlighting priorities, improving readability, all aimed at reducing confusion and calls.
The ebook also suggests embedding contextual help and mini-FAQs, because even a clear document might have something unusual on it.
Right. It acknowledges that sometimes, despite your best efforts, a customer needs a bit more explanation for a specific item. The strategy is to put those explanations in the document itself.
Like explaining a specific fee right next to it.
Exactly. Adding a brief note in parentheses. Monthly equipment fee, $6.95 for your rented modem. Or using small call-out boxes to answer a common question related to that document, like, why did my rate increase?
And they even suggest mini-FAQs, like at the bottom.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 really common questions and short answers. What's included in this charge? Where can I see my usage details? How do I avoid a late fee?
It's like having a tiny customer service rep right there on the page.
That's a good way to put it. It anticipates the most frequent follow-ups. And the ebook points out specialists enable this with dynamic, rule-based content.
So the help only appears when it's relevant.
Exactly. Their composition engines can conditionally insert these explanations or FAQs only for recipients where the data suggests it might be needed. Avoids cluttering documents where it's unnecessary. Makes the help targeted and efficient.
That's really clever, using the data to make the document actively helpful.
It really is.
Okay, shifting gears slightly. Strategy 8 is blending print and digital for seamless support. Recognizing mail is part of a bigger picture.
Precisely. It's the omni-channel reality, right? The physical mail piece needs to work with your digital channels, not against them. The benefit is giving customers options, more info, resolving issues, taking action without needing to call.
And the print piece acts as a kind of bridge.
Yeah, a gateway. It delivers the core info clearly, then guides the customer to digital tools for self-service or deeper detail. That means including clear links to your customer portal, or using QR codes or short URLs that go directly to personalized pages, online pages related to that specific mail piece.
So I get my bill, see the amount, scan a QR code, and boom, I'm on my online account looking at the details for that bill.
That's the seamless experience. Or interactive callouts like want to break down of charges, scan here, direct links for online bill pay. The ebook mentions how companies like Wolverine are key here, dynamically generating those unique QR codes and short links.
And ensuring the tech works smoothly.
Right, secure production, API connections, ensuring the digital experience matches the printed piece. It uses the tangible print to drive engagement with more scalable digital options.
Reducing friction, providing alternatives to the phone call.
Exactly.
Finally, strategy 9. Using call center feedback to improve mail strategy. This feels like closing the loop, doesn't it?
It's absolutely critical. Your call center isn't just costing money, it's a goldmine of real-time feedback. Every call about confusing mail is data telling you exactly where your communication isn't working.
So really digging into those call logs, looking for patterns.
Absolutely. Are agents constantly explaining where the due date is? Do calls spike after a certain notice goes out? What questions come up again and again? These are direct signals pointing to friction points in your mail design or content.
And how does the ebook suggest you act on that data?
It talks about a feedback loop. Specialists can audit your documents against common call reasons. They can help correlate call spikes there to specific mailings. The ebook even mentions message testing or A/B testing different document versions to see which performs better, generates fewer calls.
And making changes quickly.
Yes, crucially, it emphasizes continuous improvement workflows. Using agile processes and flexible templates enabled by the tech platform, so you can make quick updates based on feedback, not wait for a massive, costly redesign project every few years.
That turns mail from a static thing into something dynamic, responsive to real customer behavior.
Exactly. It integrates mail design into your whole customer experience strategy.
So pulling all this together from the ebook, the main takeaway is pretty clear. Transactional mail needs to be communication that solves, not complicates.
Absolutely. The aim isn't stopping support, it's cutting the need for those preventable calls by making the mail so clear and actionable people can handle things themselves.
And the key strategies from the source, all driving towards that. Designing for understanding first, using personalization smartly, keeping layout simple and visually clear.
Right. Embedding proactive messages, making payment foolproof, adding contextual help and mini-FAQs, blending print and digital seamlessly, and, crucially, using that call center data to keep improving.
And the source emphasizes that making all this happen at scale is where partners like Wolverine Solutions Group come in. Their data-driven composition, secure APIs, flexible production, highlighted as essential for turning mail into that clear, consistent, customer-centric platform.
Yeah, it's about having the right tools and expertise.
When you nail this, it's a win-win, isn't it? Lower operating costs for the business, fewer resources wasted on basic questions.
And happier, more confident customers who feel empowered because they can actually understand their statements and manage their accounts right from the mail they get. That builds loyalty and trust.
It really makes you think. Looking at your own organization's transactional mail right now,
Yeah.
what are the most common calls your service team gets about it?
Yeah, based on these strategies from the ebook, which part of your statements or notices is most likely tripping people up and driving those calls? Where could a simple design tweak, a bit of personalization, or a proactive message make the biggest impact?
Think about that gold mine of feedback probably sitting in your call logs right now. It's literally telling you how to make your mail better.
Which raises a big question, really. Are you treating your transactional mail like a static chore? Or like the dynamic, powerful customer service tool it could be?
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into how clearer transactional mail can cut call center volume. We hope these insights from the ebook give you a practical way to think about improving your own customer communications.